Okay. So on the off chance that you stumbled across this stream right now, I'm just gonna let you know that this is just me testing out the system, making sure everything works. Actually have 2 of my 3 cats on the cat cam right now. Unfortunately, I can't zoom in with that camera just yet. Still getting everything figured out. So I'm just trying to check and make sure. Remember when the interview actually gave you information and not videos? If I wanted videos, I would ask for videos. Oh my goodness, that makes me sound so old. So, gosh, I like this hat. Always loved when this patch was on the jerseys. It's the first time anything ever said Anaheim on the jerseys, as far as I know. What am I doing here? Glad this is too fuzzy to see. Alright, so I'm on the right account. Where's my creator page? Okay, alright, now it should be going. Okay, here we go. I think I've got that down now. Doop. Yes, this is so meta. It's me watching me, watching me, watching me. Doop. And here's me trying to get the link so I can check and make sure. And look at that, it seems to be working. I'm just going to set that over there so I can pretend that I'm not watching myself. So, on the off chance that anybody's viewing, which isn't really intended for anybody to watch now, this is just me doing a dry run, making sure everything actually works. So hi, welcome to Angels Master Set. I've been collecting Topps Angels cards from the Topps flagship set since probably about 2000. Guy I used to work with decided he was going to collect Dodgers cards from the main Topps set back to when they moved to LA in '58, which, if you're familiar with the history of that team, there were some pricey cards there. And I thought that was a really cool idea, and having recently become a fan of the Angels at that point, I decided to do the same, and it got to the point where I had every Angels card, just the base cards for the team, all the way back to their first year in 1961. And there were a few pricey cards in there too. The 1972 Nolan Ryan probably being the biggest sink there. But then I got everything and I got bored, so I decided to start getting the insert cards as well, and that was a lot of fun trying to track all those down. There were a lot more baseball card shops in the area back in the day, so I was able to track down a lot of the cards, but had to hit eBay and Beckett, the Beckett Marketplace, to complete everything. And then, in sort of an odd turn of events, Michael Eisner, who was CEO of Disney when Disney owned the Angels and won the World Series, after he was ousted at Disney, he and some business partners ended up buying Topps, and the next thing you know, the number of insert cards in the Topps flagship set increased dramatically. So sadly, I have not been able to get every single insert card for the flagship set since then because, well, largely because of a young man by the name of Michael Nelson Trout. Turns out those one auto cards aren't cheap. But I got a few cards in the mail today, so let's dive in. And how fitting. Here we go. One Michael Nelson Trout. This is the 2022 Series 2. One of the things Topps has been doing for the last couple handfuls of years is they go back 35 years and do current players in as an insert set that have a playing card of the year. In this particular case being 2022, they went back to 1987, which is a year that has significant importance to me. And we have a Mike Trout bat card, and how cool is that? And I know I'm gonna freak some people out by doing this, but I just love to feel the texture of the relics. And this one's interesting because there's a little bit of gap in there. I don't know if you can see it on camera. I gotta work on my lighting. Clearly I'm not a professional, and I do not apologize for that at all. But cool. Always good to start with Trouty. I was actually there at the 2010 Futures game during the All-Star festivities here in Anaheim. Got to see him play his first game in the Big A. All right, what do we have here? Oh, this guy. He's on that team that plays in that stadium. But it was a box topper a couple years ago, also from 2022. So had to get it. One of the things I try to do with the collection now that I've got just so many of those insert cards are just out of my price range because I'm not the CEO of a major company. I try to get at least one of all the basics. If it's not autographed, if it's not a relic card, even if it's a manufactured relic, I want to get at least the base version of the card. And what do we have here? Also, I went on a 2022 kick. I realized that there were, although no, this one's 2023 because that's the 88 design. But Reed Detmer's autograph card, limited to 50. Don't have my glasses on. This is number 11 of 50, but that's an on-card auto, which is great. I love that Topps has been using their flashback cards, for lack of a better term, to do on a lot of on-card autos in the flagship set. But yeah, it's one of these broadcasts I'll end up showing part of my checklist because that's not a Cowboy, that's a Tony Romo card, which I've already got like 2 of these, but they've each got different parts of fabric, and the way this one looked in the listing and the way it looks here, that looks mighty silvery, so I think that's part of the stripe on one of the blue unis, but we'll just put that over here. And oddly enough, randomly inserted a card with Mike Trout on it. This year's update series, and yes, I know I'm going blind. Now this is 2023 update Trouty Julio Rodriguez, who did very well for me on my fantasy baseball team that year. I already have this card, unfortunately, but that it was nice because a lot of times sellers will include just random cards in there that they know that they're not going to be able to sell for any reasonable amount of money, and they just want to get them out of their house and don't want to throw them away, which quite honestly is what I almost always do with them, because I'm not going to be able to sell them either, because everybody who wants one already has one. And what do we have here? Alright, so we've got a couple of the Chrome Stars of MLB. This is also 2023. We got Trouty, we got Ohtani, and yeah, that's it for today. So yeah, Trouty and Ohtani, Reed Detmer's gold auto, Trouty bat card, and Shohei box topper. So cool, nice little mail haul today. I will have to update the spreadsheet and get these in the binder. So thank you for the random person who popped in for a minute. Appreciate that. And I will catch you on the next stream.